I'm Jack Bourla, and we are inside the chiropractic tribe with our special guest, Dr. Bobby Doscher. Dr. Bobby, one of the most difficult things that I find to do is when you have to introduce somebody. And when you have to introduce somebody with your credentials, it makes it even more difficult. You're really not the who's who, you're the it's it of chiropractic. And we're delighted to have you. The whole community here is buzzing because we know that you're here, and your reputation definitely precedes you. And so we really are thrilled. We'd like to do this morning is just ask you some questions so that we can have a foundation of understanding to know where you're going to be coming from and what you're going to be talking about. So one of the things we'd love to know from your extensive resume, and one of the things I'm most impressed about is, by the way, is that you were one of the first officiating women of the Big 5 and Big 10 basketball tournaments.
Correct.
That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. The other thing that was very impressive, amongst your other things, many other things, is you actually flew into Vietnam.
Correct.
During the war.
Johnny Carson used to kid. The stewardesses were the only ones going to a hazardous duty.
Yeah.
And didn't get a badge or a button.
Right. That's fabulous. So one of the things we want to know is, tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get into chiropractic, and what really inspires you about chiropractic?
I was born and raised in Philadelphia, where they have 7 medical teaching hospitals at the time.
Yeah.
And I wore braces on my legs the first few years.
Okay.
And having been a chiropractor with the children now for so long, I really think it's the atlas.
Yeah.
If the atlas is right, then the feet come out. And so I have a very bad scoliosis. And if you really study me, my shoulders are way off. And so I never had great strength. Mm-hmm. But I was always a good athlete, leader of the class. But the academics weren't always my favorite. Okay. And so I ended up taking a lot of antibiotics, which they did in those days, mm-hmm. which made me sicker. And I ended up with an exploratory operation. Oh, and they told my father, just luckily he played golf with them, that I was allergic to the chemical drugs. They were just sitting in my gut. And then I had knee surgery, but I needed the second knee surgery. And someone said, try chiropractic. And we were like, what's that?
Yeah.
And so I went to the chiropractor. It was Nace Thompson. He worked with the Eagles in Philadelphia. He was a Palmer grad. He adjusted my atlas, and the power came on in my knee, and I'm healthier today at my old age of 40 years out of Palmer this year.
Wow, fantastic.
So I love chiropractic. It's given me my health, and I love seeing the children change.
Terrific. You'll be addressing the student body later this morning,
mm-hmm.
and the faculty and the staff. Tell us a little bit about what's the inspiration of your talk, and what do you hope that the students get from that?
Well, I'm here for them this time. They won our Golden Heart. I've asked the world to honor Valentine's Week. Mm-hmm. St. Valentine, 1600 years ago, believed in the love of God and the life force. And we're still celebrating gratitude and love throughout the world. And to me, that's the real premise of chiropractic, the life force, which is the love of God. And the Golden Heart goes to the ones who showed our videos and raised the most money. And LifeWest, this is your, how many times? About 5 now?
I think so.
But it's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
So we give the Golden Heart, the giver of life, someone who just gives, asking for nothing in return. Mm-hmm. So LifeWest well deserves this.
Thank you so much. Terrific.
That raises the most money for us.
Thanks so much.
But now it's time to take this to the world.
Absolutely, in a big way.
Yes, Oklahaven's 56 years old.
Yeah. So tell us about, how did you get involved? We know that you're the president and CEO, but tell us about how you got involved in that.
Well, that's fun. So here I am at Palmer. I'm with all of the Palmers. Agnes Palmer was my great mentor from sorority. And I started the first children's hands-on room at the Putnam there, the museum, where BJ's mummies and everything were. So I was really into the history of chiropractic, and I lived with it. And Oklahoma needed chiropractors, so I went with all the guys on the bus, and we had a good time. And in the elevator, there was a 90-year-old chiropractor and one Dr. Wayne Clark, an upper cervical chiropractor that I knew. And they said, would you like to run Oklahaven? And I said, sure, I've seen the world. Chiropractic gave me my health. I would love to come and serve. Not knowing that I was walking into something to the chiropractors. It was really not there existing.
Yeah.
But I've had a wonderful time building it. It hasn't been easy. We've had every type of event, but now, thank goodness, we just do the Golden Heart, the Have a Heart campaign.
So where do you see chiropractic in the next 25 years?
Well,
And we'll still be here, by the way.
oh, I'll be long gone in
I
a new
hope not.
embodiment,
I
probably. So, when I think the philosophy you cannot be, Pythagoras understood the vibration and harmonics of the body. And we're really about the life force that flows on the nervous system.
Right.
It's the power within.
What's your favorite chiropractic term?
Well, I love saying you're subluxated. You have less light than you should. God is love and God is light.
Cool.
Return the light to the children, I think, is one of our main
Your themes.
missions.
Yeah. Okay. So, as we wind this down and get you ready for your seminar, the last question is this: if you were, when you leave us and you go to wherever you're going to go,
This earthly body.
your earthly body, and you come in contact with Dee Dee and BJ and Mabel and Sid and Fred and all the great names, what would you love them to say about you?
We carried the torch, I guess.
Yeah. And welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being with us. We can't wait to hear you at seminar.
Thank you.
Welcome to Inside the Chiropractic Tribe, and we'll see you next time.